Hi everyone, Ron Milligan with RE/MAX Select here, coming to you with the RMLS market statistics for the month of March. So once the month finishes up, RMLS usually takes about a week to 10 days to kind of solidify the numbers from the last month, and then they share them with agents, and that becomes the fodder for all sorts of local postings about the real estate market in Portland. So these are the numbers straight from the source from RMLS. As you can see right here, the inventory in months did go down from 0.8 months of inventory down to 0.7 months of inventory. As you can see from last year and the year before, that's kind of a typical thing to happen this time of year. As buyers start to kick into the market, they start to shrink up the inventory, and the inventory in months reduces. Just as a reminder, inventory of months is this measure of both supply and demand. So, you know, how quickly are buyers gobbling up the active listings, and how many active listings do we have on the market. So one way to think about it is, given no new listings at the current rate of sales, how long would it take to sell every listing that's on the market? So that's the inventory in months. 0.7 months of inventory, less than a month to sell everything. So still extremely deep into seller's advantage territory for our real estate market. And then here what we have are the sort of the roundup of the RMLS numbers. The one that I'm always looking for from these numbers is the number of new listings, because that's a hard metric to track, and RMLS does have that. So they're looking at, let's see, 3521 new listings hit the market in the month of March, and that's an increase. So more listings hit the market in March of 2022 than the 3465 that hit the market in 2021. So what I think is interesting about this is that you know, we had an increase, a lot more listings hit the market this year versus last year, but at the same time we still have fewer active listings than we had last year. So that just sort of speaks to the amount of demand that's out there and how much buyers are gobbling up the offers. However, the number of pending sales, the total number of pending sales, did decrease 9% last year from this year. Part of that is just that there are fewer listings for folks to purchase. The number of closed sales, on the other hand, is up 5% this year versus last year. So the number of transactions closing is higher, the total number of pendings is down. And then what we know from our weekly statistics is that the number of new pending transactions, at least last week and the week before, have been on par with what we saw last year. Looking at the average sale price last year versus this year, and that's comparing January, February, and March of 2021 to January, February, March of 2022, we saw an increase in the average sale price of 10.4%. That's on par with what we saw, like January is 14, February is 10%. So it did come up a little bit in March. What I think is going to happen, though, is, you know, we're 2 weeks into April right now, and that average sale price in our weekly numbers has been up around 17%. So I think that as we get the April numbers next month, that'll show that we'll see a larger increase in the year-over-year last year versus this year. So those are the statistics that I have for you today. Of course, if you have questions about your neck of the woods, your municipality, your neighborhood, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to share what we have. And these RMLS statistics, it's like 12 pages of statistics. So if you've got something that you're really curious about, some metric that you're interested in, just feel free to reach out to me. And of course, if you like the content that you see here, feel free to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. All right, we'll see you soon.